Hi everybody, it's Danielle from Haverford Township Free Library here again with my daughter Vivian
And Hello Kitty's on my shirt.
and Hello Kitty's on her shirt. And we're here for another Fantastical Friday. Now this is our second to last week of our summer programs, which means next week is our last Fantastical Fridays, and next week is when we're going to be making the fairies to move into the garden that we've been making all summer long. So for our last craft, before we make the fairies next week, we are going to make
Mushrooms.
cute little toadstools for the fairies to sit on in their garden.
Toadstools are mushrooms.
Yes, I know. Toadstools are mushrooms. So this is a very simple craft. You are going to need a tube, a pair of scissors, some glue, but you don't even really have to use the glue if you don't want to, and some cupcake wrappers of any color that you would like, and a little bit of white paint. So may I use those scissors, please?
I'll go get some scissors for myself.
Let's move that out of the way here. You're going to take your cardboard tube, and this is going to determine how tall your toadstool is. Now, I want mine pretty small because it's a fairy garden, and fairy gardens are, mostly tiny things in there. So I'm going to cut a little slit. Okay, and then I'm going to cut around.
Is this right?
Yes, it is. Now, because you have that slit in there and it's open, you're going to roll it up a little tighter so that it's a much smaller. See, this is what it was. That's what it is after you roll it up.
Okay.
And now you're going to take some tape and just tape that shut.
Can I have the rest?
There you go. Okay, just tape that so that it stays closed. It doesn't unroll on you. Then you pick out what color mushroom top that you want. So I think I'm going to use purple for this one, since for my demonstration one, I used pink.
I want to use blue.
I'm going to cut the cupcake wrapper just around the edge, make a little slit, a little more than halfway, and then cut the excess off.
Mine's a little bit too short.
What's too short?
This.
And then maybe you can cut your mushroom top a little smaller.
So then it won't look right. Just gonna freeze that.
It's always okay. If you don't like it, you can restart. Okay, so I cut the excess off.
I think this is gonna be the same height.
I have the top. I'm going to take some glue and just put a little ring. Put a little ring of glue around the edge. You don't even really need the glue. It can just sit on top. But, ceiling fans, a breeze from the window, you never know. And blow your mushroom top off. Stick it on. There you go. You have a cute little mushroom top. Now, no toadstool would be a toadstool without the little white dots on the top. So we're just going to take a little bit of white paint here and just dab some dots randomly.
Like randomly around the world, it's snow.
Yep, just randomly on there. I'm going to put a little bit like right on the edge, so it looks like there's some that are around the side. They can be different sizes. Now let's see how they look in our fairy garden. Here's the toadstools in our fairy garden. Perfect little spots for the fairies to sit. Now let's look at what we have made so far. All right, so we have our signs from last week. We have our welcome fairy sign, our directional signs. We have our gnome, our houses, our flowers, our doors, our fancy rocks that make a fancy path. We have a cute little snail friend. And then we have our dragonflies flying above. And now our little mushroom seats. This looks so great. This is going to be perfect for the fairies to move in next week. Thanks for joining me for our second to last Fantastical Friday. Don't forget to join next week for our last Fantastical Friday, where we will make our fairies to move into our fairy garden. And this is PJ. Say hi, PJ. See you next week. Bye for now.